I thought I would do something a little bit different today, and I thought that I would chat just briefly about what I'm up to and what I'm working on right now. I attended over the weekend my local Spinners Guild, the State Spinners Guild, and I'm a member. And we had a program over the weekend to talk about spinning for weaving. And I admittedly am not really a weaver at all, but I did receive this Inkle loom a couple of Christmases ago, and I have made one band on it, and not all that successfully as well. So, but the presentation was talking about using your hand spun for weaving. And this is something I hadn't really given much thought to previously. I kind of was under the impression that your hand spun wasn't necessarily the best to use for weaving. I think I had heard that maybe it wasn't quite as strong as the commercial yarn, and so you couldn't use it for the warp. But the presenter was telling us that she hadn't experienced any problems with it. And so I decided to go ahead and give it a try. And so I got out the Inkle loom that I had and I warped it up yesterday. And now I'm just trying to see how the hand spun that I have, some remnants, would work up when I use them to weave. So the hand spun that I'm using here is from a braid that I spun. It was a rainbow braid, and I spun it and kept the braid in order so that it went through the colors of the rainbow. And then I plied it with a white yarn to sort of give the barber pole effect of that white yarn all the way through. And I used this to knit a sweater, a series of sweaters for my children a few years ago. And what I have left is just the leftovers from that project. And so I thought I would give this a go. And it's going okay. It's a little bit lumpy bumpy because the yarn, the hand spun, is a little bit thick and thin in places, and it's not the most consistent of yarns. I also have some spots where the plying is more consistent. It's more in spots where it's sort of less consistently plied, or underplied, I guess might be a better word to describe it. But I'll hold this up so you can see how it's working so far. I am really still trying to figure out how to use the Inkle loom and how to get it so that the salvage edges aren't a complete and utter disaster. So obviously, as you can see, I have not mastered that yet, but it's an interesting appearance. I'm not sure what I would use this for. I'm hoping that you could potentially felt it slightly when washing it, or I believe that there's a term I've heard used for weaving where it's like fulling, and that maybe that would help to get the interspacing to be more consistent, but I could be wrong about this entirely. Anyway, watch this. Maybe by the end of the month I'll have something actually completed.